My legal name is Richard Penniman, but I'm known to everybody as Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll. I am the originator. I am the innovator. I am the emancipator. I'm the motivator. I conceived it, achieved it, defined it, refined it, molded it, sold it. Then the white man stole it.
All right.
Oh, yeah, stole my woo. Stole my wop-bop-a-doop-bop-a-lop, bam, boom. Took all my copyrights, put out covers on me. Why do you think they call it rhythm and blues?
That's what I told some black people the other night at my show. I said, don't get too fond of me, because white folks come in and take me. If I get to talking some mess on your show, they'll take your show. They'll fix you too. If you have too much fun. So if you're black and you're around white folks, don't have too much fun. Just grin a little bit. Don't grin all the time.
I was promoting myself in my book, and they had this thing called the Black Filmmakers, the Pan-African Film Festival. And I went in there, they had a panel with Reginald Hudlin. And I said, my name is Eric Monte. I created George and Louise Jefferson. Everybody stood up and applauded. I said, I created Good Times. Everybody stood up and applauded. I said, I created What's Happening. Everybody stood up and applauded. I said, I created The Cosby Show. Everybody stood up and applauded. I said, and I wrote the movie Cooley High. Everybody jumped up and cheered. I said, and all those white producers that put all those shows, they're living in Beverly Hills, and I'm living in a homeless shelter on the east side. And everybody got quiet.
That's it.
But
I used to wear my hair like that. They take everything I get, they take it from me. He can't get that though. And the best new artist is me. I have never received nothing. You all never gave me no Grammy. And I've been singing for years. I am the architect of rock and roll. They never gave me nothing. And I am the originator. And I'm still the and the winner is still me. At that time, they were called black music, race music, when I sung rock and roll. I was on RCA Victor before Elvis Presley, but they wouldn't put me on RCA, they put me on Camden. So when I would wear makeup, they would let me sing for the white girls. When I would put on eyelashes and all that, they would let me sing. But when I went as a just straight dude, they wouldn't let me sing. They thought I wanted the girls. So if I came out a straight guy, they wouldn't let me sing. But when I came out with all the makeup on and all the eyelashes and all the hair, they said Richard was a good boy. I never was a good man, but I was always a good boy.
Who was they that you're talking about here?
Some of the whites in Macon, where I'm from, I came from a little town. You know, it was real prejudice back in that time. There was a lot of people that would love to have been flamboyant, you know, just like Kiss and Jimi Hendrix, which was my guitar player. He started out with me. Billy Preston, James Brown was my vocalist, Otis Redding. Beatles came with me. They started with me. Mick Jagger. All these people started with me.
So you really did have a dramatic impact and a great deal of influence on what would later become the mainstays of rock and roll music.
I was the architect.
Operator, please hold.
Say it again, honey. The king. Thank you.
Doing so wrong. It was just that people were so slow
You were black.
to accept change.
You was black.
Tell him again. Will you tell him, man, again?
You was black, and they didn't want that black image over their kids. You was a hero.
Well, see, but
and your kids was looking up to you, and they didn't want their kids looking
What
up
kids?
at
What kids?
They didn't want the white kids looking up at this big old greasy black guy
Preach it.
out of Georgia, out of Mississippi. Mississippi or out of Chicago. They want their kids to see a little smooth white boy looking pretty and on duty and looking Rudy, you know. And so here's a black guy out there singing and screaming and beaming and steaming. They said, no, no, no.
Still wrong. Time don't change nothing, okay? And racially, nothing has changed in America but the weather. Because you know about the doll test, or do you? You know about the doll test?
Yeah.
In the 60s, they had it to prove racism in our school with our kids. And they brought out those little dolls. Who's the good doll? Oh, the white one. Who's the bad one? The black one. Where the ugly doll? The black one. And a young girl did the same test about 4 or 6 months ago.
Yes.
She won some awards.
Yes.
Our little kids are still brainwashed. They said the very same thing.
Yes.
Okay? So that's brainwashing. All right? Welcome to America. And when they told me that, I got angry. I said, well, I wish I'd have been in that room. They asked the wrong questions. I'd ask them kids, where's the little serial killer doll? The white one. Where's the little doll that go to the mall and start shooting everybody? The white one. Where's the little doll that go to the study hall and start killing everybody? The white one. Where's the little doll that put on a long black coat and go to the little school to kill the teacher and everybody else? The white one. They'd have put me out of that room. They'd have said, you have to leave. We don't have enough white dolls. I told you I was free white and 21. That's how you get away with it. And when you realize that you're free white and 21, you'll get away with it. It's an old Southern expression. And it says everything. It really does.
I'm curious, does it make sense to you?
Oh, well, it makes a lot of sense. And it makes a lot of sense to you, too.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just thinking in terms of like the boys said. I mean, if that was 100 years ago, we're going to be dealing with race, and that's going to be the issue. And seemingly, like you say, overtly, it seems that things have changed.
Yeah, not really. No, I'm writing a script now. Remember Rip Van Winkle? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
My Rip Van Winkle's black. He falls asleep. There's a man being lynched. He sleeps for 100 years. He wakes up, a man's being lynched.
Black poetry is not what Shakespeare begot.
Nor is it one with Tennyson.
Its psychedelic beats have little in common with Shelley and Keats.
It has its own diameter.
Not iambic pentameter.
It has upon it
No rule of sonnet.
no straight-laced corset.
Nothing to force it.
It shrieks.
It streaks.
It belts.
It melts.
It sings.
It swings.
It cries.
It laughs.
In verses or in paragraphs.
It grooves.
It moves.
It's canny.
Giovanni.
It's a brand new school.
Both hot and cool. A blues beat.
Bittersweet is deep, deep blue. Bright red, high yellow is loud, is proud. It's a wilder strum. A super drum sets up its own condition. Defies tradition, is shocked.
It rocks.
It mocks.
It knocks.
It's humor.
Drama.
It talks about your mama.
It's love.
It's dissension.
It's a brand new dimension.
It's
many, many tracks. So come. Sit down with me and spiel and spat and so rap and spree beneath this looming, blooming, black poetry.
So, what's up?
What's up? Struggle is up, brother. Oppression is up, brother.